When I start my days, the first thing I do is open up the windows. It has become a normal part of my morning routine. I try to implement elements of like feng shui and, welcome in good chi, good energy into the house, letting out the stale energy from the night before. And it has really helped. Like you feel the difference in your setting. So it's like the first order of business for me. So on this reset day, I have kind of a long to-do list as I usually do because it's a reset for a reason. But let's see how much we can get through. I'm going to have some ginger tea, open up my tummy and settle my stomach. And I'm going to add some mint to it because I think my tummy wasn't feeling so hot on this particular day. So most of the time I may do this without sugar or use those like sugar crystal cubes that they have, like beet sugar, I think it's called. It's supposed to, it's not processed and it tastes really good. So my daughter had offered me a jelly donut, which they know is my favorite. And because I am tracking all my calories and I have 1,538 for the day, so I was not trying to eat all of that, my dear. So I just want to be able to enjoy my life with some indulgence, but not crazy. I want to be mindful of the things I put into my body. And I think that was like 42 or 24 grams, something to that effect. And then I put the other half up for another day, which I ate it the next day, I believe. So I'm reading as well. That's part of my morning routine. And I'm reading 2 books at once. So this one is In the Black. The other one is The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster, because as somebody who has their own business, sometimes I do go through that up, down, oh my gosh, am I doing the right thing? Or how do I pivot? Or if business is slow, making decisions that aren't necessarily comfortable or for everyone, but for the business's benefit, pretty much. So I try to at least read 20 minutes a day. Some days I'm in the mood to read longer, and I do. So I like to habit stack, and I read while I'm drinking my tea or whatever. And then because the cleaners are coming, I'm not trying to do too much. So I was just sweeping the kitchen floor at this point, and I swept the living room as well. Y'all notice anything different? Yesterday, I went to get my lashes done because the kids' graduation is coming up. And, I don't do them all the time, but I said during the warmer months when it's my season, I want to do them. So I explained to the technician that I wanted it to be done short because I'm a glasses girly. And I like the short, sophisticated look with a little short curls here or there, whatever. And that's fine. Matched my length and I feel fantastic. I don't even have to wash my face. I'm just like, get it? So today I have a couple things. The cleaners come tomorrow, so I don't really want to do too much in terms of cleaning, because what would be the point? I know I'm a little OCD, but so I think what I'm actually going to do is I just swept downstairs and wiped off the table and the countertops, and I'm going to focus on my plants today. I did my laundry yesterday. I threw in the extra load that I had that needed to be washed, and I packed a load that needed to be packed away. And so today's focus is I have to study for school, and I want to take care of my plants. I'm trying to figure out how to get my pothos along the railing for that kind of look, like a vine look. And then I am considering, depending on how my energy feels, if I want to paint the trim off the stairwell today or paint the trim off the door, because that's a project I've been doing each weekend. Okay. All right. Lately, I have had a plan. I've had a plan for my life for where I want to be when I'm age 50. And for me, that means I got 7 years and change to get there. And before I was just focused on, well, I have to start doing this, and you can sometimes get hung up in the moment and miss the fact that, hey, why don't you curate the feeling of where you plan to end up at age 50 now? So my garden is in a state of neglect, this half anyway. We had a lot of rain, and now there's a lot of things growing in between. And this is a pepper, and it's supposed to be companion planting. You see little peppers coming up. Child, I don't know what's going on in here, but there's a strawberry patch in here somewhere. Birds have not found yet. There's another one here. Oh, so I guess a bird found this guy. Oh my god. These are my potatoes. See them? Some mints in there. There's a flower buried under there somewhere. OMG. This is my medicinal plant, my mullein, that I'm going to snip some of the leaves for harvesting so we can dry them. And this is the flower that's in that corner over there. And that's the compost piles. Yeah. Oh, did I tell you guys I got a chicken coop? I got a chicken coop. Let me give you the little, so I have to pick up my chickens next weekend. I think I can fit like 3 to 4 birds in here comfortably without them like falling over each other. And then I'm gonna get some stuff for the nesting box. So, little mini homestead going on. These are gonna bring up some pretty flowers in that little thing. And here's another one of it. And I've got a rose blueberry bush that needs to be planted, so I think I'm gonna put it here for planting. I know I want to have a little mini homestead somewhere warm, and so I was like, okay, in the summers I can plant my garden here because it brings me joy. When I get home from work, I can go into my garden, I can harvest, I can water them, I talk to them, and I feel blessed and surrounded by nature. So I guess the overall message is really stop waiting for everything to be perfect. Stop waiting for all the ducks to line up in a row, and just curate your vision for your life, whether it's work, career-wise, or just where you want to be when you retire, where you want to be right now. Work on curating aspects that feel like your ultimate end goal, and enjoy the process for sure. This took me a little bit longer to water because my hose decided to explode that morning. I had one of those collapsible rubber hose, and it just exploded, so it's time to get another one. So while I was outside, my son made me breakfast, and so I'm just making some iced coffee to go with it, since I already had my tea earlier in the morning. And I measure all that stuff out too. So I use 2 tablespoons of the creamer and 1 tablespoon of the coffee. And I get like my Fairlife has protein in it, so I'm counting all of that. And then I just add a little warm water to dilute, and then add ice. He told me, Mom, I see you're busy. I'm going to make breakfast for you, right? And then when I got inside, he was like, well, it's a little burned, but the inside is still soft. And you best believe I'm going to eat it. I'm going gonna eat it because I like thoughtful gestures. Like, acts of service is one of my love languages, and so I'm super I'm grateful whenever somebody considers me outside of being asked. So yeah, them burn up, but I put them on that scale and I weighed them, and they were delicious. And he made them from scratch using the Kodiak pancake mix, so I get more protein from there. Drizzle, and I ate them. And they were good. He was right. They were crunchy on the outside, but soft on the inside. So, blessings. Thank you, God, for a good breakfast. One less thing for me to do today, you know? I guess I'm kind of doing something right when the kids just reciprocate naturally without being asked. But today I was kind of struggling. I was tired. I kept trying to work through my to-do list, but my body was kind of screaming at me and saying, you need to go sit down. Had to take a 5. I don't know, man. I kneeled down outside doing the gardening. My hips hurt, my legs hurt, and I stretched. I guess I've been doing a lot of like physical work this week because I was cutting the trees out front before. So maybe all of that catch up. I'll definitely have to soak today. But for now, I'm going to take a 5. I've been meaning to figure out what I want to do with the entryway. And I had this pothos in my bedroom that was running along the wall that was kind of struggling. And I saw like an inspiration on Instagram where they had like a living stairwell wall with lots and lots of plants hanging. And I was like, well, maybe I can repurpose my pothos down here. And fresh plants, according to feng shui, inviting good energy inside of the home, you know? So hopefully this will fill out all of their mystical. This is the view from here. I met with my life coach a couple months ago when I was doing that, and one of the questions I ended my session with was asking myself, Shaima, what do you need today? What do you need in this moment to make you feel 100%, acknowledging whether it's sleep, it's food, it's rest, it's company. And I was tired, guys. I was really pushing through, and my body said, go lay down, like really lay down. And so I am prepping up here to do a yoga nidra session. And it's not yoga, it's really a form of meditation that allows your nervous system to completely reset. And it feels like you slept, literally, which sometimes you doze off or fall asleep in the sessions, but like 40 minutes of yoga nidra is equivalent to 2 hours of deep rest. So you best believe I have built that into my schedule and my routine. And I just chose to honor myself during the day that I needed to lay down before I would just push through until I crashed and burned. And I'm no longer on that frequency. I don't want to subscribe to that. So I want to always be intentional about honoring how I feel. That was so good. So I woke up from my yoga nidra nap, and let me tell you, that was a 30-minute session, and I felt like I slept for about an hour and a half. That's the reset it gives So professional and personal tip, if you've never tried yoga nidra, you should. I've done as little as 10 minutes on my lunch break in the past. So now I feel like I have a little bit more energy where I can cook my dinner. So I took some catfish out of the freezer last night and it's in the fridge. So I got some dry rub things. I'm gonna try it for the first time. I am not a southern chef, so I don't propose to be, but hey, I'm always willing to experiment. So it's a Cajun fry. And yeah, I read the instructions because it's not something you cook every day. I cook my Jamaican food every day, not really this. I love to self-prepare in advance because I needed to make something to eat and I'm starving and I think I'm gonna have to make a smoothie or something before I can even eat. As a Jamaican, you know we have to include the Maggi. I know the sauce, I already have seasoning in there. I just put a little bit, okay? So it came out pretty good. Theirs was really spicy, so next time I think I'll get the mild because yeah, when I poured that thing out, I was sneezing. When I did the batter in the bowl, I was sneezing a lot. Even my grandma was like, "What is that smell?" But that thing in that packet, yeah, very, very Cajun. The eggs I'm adding just my spin to it. It's I didn't see that anywhere. I was just doing my own thing, to be honest. I do see some people use like mustard as a binder. I tried that last time, it wasn't too bad, but I'm hungry, so I have to put the prep aside and start to make a smoothie because I didn't want to binge and eat nonsense. And yeah, I think your nervous system sometimes too, when it's overshot, you're hungry because you're burning through your cortisol and stress. So here goes my plant protein that I'm gonna add to my berries and just jazz it up, little milk and little water. And I had a quick meal to get the party started pretty much. Okay, I'm making a smoothie base. So if you're Caribbean, you know what that is. Cinnamon and orange peel because we about to fry fish in the house and that gets rid of the odor. This is my vibration plate, and when I literally feel like everything's so achy, I like to really go and kind of stand on it because it not only does it kind of like loosen up the muscles and stimulate them, but I get like lymphatic drainage from it, which definitely helps my sore muscles feel better. I went to soak today and we have one tub upstairs, one tub downstairs. I'm going old school. So, yeah. This is my cleanser for my face. I needed to send through some refills for a couple patients. And so after my soak, I just sat there for like 15 minutes. I set a timer and I just kind of banged those out real quick. Yeah, just me getting ready to wind down now. I got a Haagen-Dazs mini, and these are like 81 calories, so I still have some calories left in my daily allotment of 1,500. And oh, I just lost a piece of chocolate. But look at that size, perfect serving size. I'm gonna eat it so I can brush my teeth and then do my stretches. It's a full moon tonight. I have a full moon meditation. And then I'll hit the sack. It was a productive day, but today's reset was more focused on rest rather than a lot of productivity, because I honored the way I was feeling and I was a little bit tired, so I chose to move a little bit slower and self-care today.
it's a good night for me. With that, I say good night.